The richest countries in the world. Do you know what the countries have the most wealth per capita? What do they do to get such money it is worth living there? If you want to figure it out, here I go. Number 10. South Korea. This is the 10th largest economy in the world in the year 2020. Known as the Republic of Korea, the country is in the east of Asia. South Korea was considered a developing country until the 1960s due to far-reaching economic reforms. The country's economy entered the period of rapid growth. Today, South Korea's GDP is about $1.63 trillion, and is one of the most developed industrialized countries in the world. South Korea places great importance on education, innovations, and investments into research and development. The country has a highly skilled workforce earning a high median household income. Services provide the majority of the country's GDP at 59%, with industry is at 38%, and agriculture at 2%. Number 9. Canada. GDP $1.64 trillion. It is the second largest country in the world after Russia in terms of total area. Canada has a mainly service-based economy. The threshold for foreign investments in Canada is 5 million Canadians for direct investments and cost 50 million for indirect investments. The country has also been a key member of the World Trade Organization (WTO) since 1995. It also has extensive trading ties with many nations due to its bilateral and regional free trade agreements (FTAs). A well-educated workforce, multicultural, multilingual coexistence, a thriving economy, and the government's support for setting up business make Canada a preferred investment destination. 8. Italy. GDP $1.88 trillion. The Italian economy achieved an impressive recovery from the pandemic shock, returning close to the pre-COVID level of output by late 2021. Italy's economy is the third largest in the Eurozone and the 8th largest by GDP. In addition to its sizable economy, Italy is one of the most influential countries in Europe. It is a key member of the Eurozone, EU, the G7, the OECD, and the G20. Number 7. France. GDP $2.63 trillion. Another European nation, France, has managed to take its places in the top 10 on a list of wealthiest nations in the world. The country is renowned for its wise and sophisticated cuisine, its capital Paris is famous for its fashion houses, classical art, museums, and monuments. It is the most visited destination in the world, and consequently has a thriving tourism industry. Also, foreign trade is an essential component of its economy. The value of imports and exports comprise 63% of the country's GDP. Strong protections of public rights and efficient regulatory framework. Encourage investors. France ranks 32 in the World Bank's 2019 Asia Doing Business Index. Number 6. India, GDP $2.66 trillion. The Republic of India is a federal democracy that consists of 28 states and 8 union territories. It is the largest democracy and the 6th largest economy in the world. India has thriving manufacturing, technology, and service sectors. Since 2014, the rate of foreign direct investment (FDI) inflows to India has grown steadily as some key policies tenders were incorporated by the government to facilitate this growth. This makes India one of the top countries by GDP in 2022. Some strategic steps have been taken to stimulate India's business environment, including reforms to remove bottlenecks in key business areas, reducing minimum capital requirements, and simplifying the process of obtaining necessary licenses. Number 5. United Kingdom, GDP $2.76 trillion. The United Kingdom, UK, also known as the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, consists of England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. It is the 5th largest economy in the world and the 2nd largest in Europe in terms of GDP. The UK ranks highest in the annual Global Competitiveness Report from the World Bank's Asia Doing Business rankings. Number 4. Germany, GDP $3.85 trillion. Germany has the 4th largest GDPs in the world. The total value of exports and imports is equal to 86.9% of GDP. Germany is a European nation with the biggest drivers of its economy being its service industries, including telecommunication, healthcare, and tourism. The country is ranked number 1 in the world for entrepreneurship due to its skilled labor force, highly developed infrastructure, and technological expertise. Officially known as the Federal Republic of Germany, it is the 2nd most populous nation in Europe and the 7th largest on the European continent. Number 3. Japan, GDP $5.06 trillion. The island nation of East Asia is 3rd on the list of wealthiest nations in the world. Thus, for International Monetary Fund, Japan is the 11th most populous nation in the world and is among the urbanized nations in the world. Ranked as one of the most innovative countries in the world, Japan is the world's largest electronics goods producer and the 3rd largest automobile manufacturer. The country generally has a surplus in annual trade and international investment. The country's workforce is highly qualified and skilled, proving to be instrumental in organizational growth. All of these factors contribute to Japan being one of the top countries by GDP. Number 2. China. China is the most populous nation on the planet, officially known as the People's Republic of China. The Chinese economy one of the fastest growing economies of the 21st century, now ranked as the second largest economy in the world. It's currently valued at GDP of $14.86 trillion, with China's Belt and Road Initiative effectively merging its foreign and economic policy. Promotions of using the Chinese renminbi for the dealership settlements has increased. The country is increasingly playing an influential role in the global economy. It has been the largest contributor to global growth since the financial crisis. Number 1. United States. GDP $20.86 trillion. Located in North America, the United States ranks third in the world in terms of size and population. It has again beat China to become the richest countries in the world. A number of factors contribute to the success of the United States. An entrepreneurial environment that encourages hard work and long hours certainly helps, but decentralized government and advanced research universities and favorable regulatory environments also contribute. The United States will likely always be in the top countries by GDP in the world.